What is good, everybody on YouTube? This is of course your boy EGIII checking in once again with another video, and today I'm going to be taking you through a video that a lot of other YouTubers have done, but I wanted to put my own little spin on things, and I'm going to be taking you through my top 10 sneaker collabs of 2017.
Nice watch, run it. Hands in the air now, hands in the air, run it.
So without any further talking, we are going to jump right into the list, starting with number 10. So for number 10, we already have a very hard hitter. This sneaker has been in the news in the sneaker world for a long time, and the hype is still there. It's a super unique looking shoe, and it is the Travis Scott Air Force One. This shoe was part of the Complex Con exclusives, and then it had a later release date. Very limited, very hard to get your hands on this shoe. I think the only way you could have secured the bag on these ones is if you won them through sneakers, or they had various other raffles in different stores in other parts of the world. But very limited shoe, very hard to get your hands on, and it's a super dope shoe nonetheless. Travis Scott is an amazing artist. He's done so much for the music community and even the sports community. I'm a big Rockets fan myself, and he's definitely been sort of a hidden figure to the team there. I'm still looking for those Jordan Trunners that he was supposed to do a collab with. They never released to the public, at least what I heard, but stay tuned for those. And I'm glad to see that he's getting his own shoes with Nike, because he's been a major influencer as of recent, and it's definitely good to see that rappers and other artists are getting their name out there and getting signature sneakers as well. So that was number 10. Let's jump in at number 9 right now. So number 9 on the list is a little bit of a sleeper in my opinion. The shoe didn't have a lot of hype. It's still sold out, but it didn't get really enough attention in my opinion, and that is the Riccardo Tisci Air Force One. As many of you know, Riccardo Tisci has done numerous collabs with Nike in the past. He's done different variations of Air Force Ones, Air Max 97s, 98s, a bunch of different shoes, as well as clothing collabs. But in terms of his sneaker collabs, I think that this is one of the better ones in my opinion, and I definitely like both the black and the white colorway. I was not able to get my hands on a pair, but I'm definitely looking to be copying this shoe sometime in the recent future. For those of you who don't know, Riccardo Tisci is the main designer for the Paris brand Givenchy, and he's done many different collabs with Nike in the past, and it's super dope to see that Nike is collabing with other designers, and especially recently we've seen collabs with Riccardo Tisci, Virgil Abloh with the Off-White collection, and I'm sure that many other collabs are on the way as well. It's super cool to see that Nike is sort of venturing into the designer collabs with that, and I definitely think that these types of collabs are definitely bringing Nike back on the rise ever since Adidas kind of took the #1 spot. It's good to see that Nike's sort of getting back into the game and taking that top spot back from Adidas. So enough said about that shoe, let's get into number 8. So number 8 on the list is another collab between Jordan and Roger Federer with the Zoom Vapor AJ3 model, and this is in the Atmos colorway. I definitely think that this collab was the best out of the AJ3 Zoom Vapors that it released this year. 2 different colors, the Fire Red and then the Atmos colorway. We've seen variations of this shoe in the past and in this year, and I definitely think that it is a super dope looking shoe. It's good to see that 2 GOATs, Michael Jordan and Roger Federer, are collabing and putting together their own shoes. I think it's a super dope concept, and I definitely can't wait for more colorways of this shoe to release. And not much else to be said about this shoe, so let's get into number 7 on the list. Okay, so the number 7 shoe on the list for the top collabs of 2017 was one that was talked about a lot in the sneaker community, but was not released to the public, and this is the DJ Khaled Grateful Retro 3s by Jordan. And this shoe had an online raffle, and it was very exclusive. Nobody that I know has gotten their hands on a pair, but I did actually see one pair at a sneaker event I went to. I was not able to hold them or anything. They were in a glass case, obviously. This shoe is priced at around $25,000, I think, and yeah, guys like me don't have those big baller brand dollars to spend on those, so I was not able to get a pair, obviously, but definitely deserves to be on this list because it is a very, very cool looking shoe. I'm sure many people out there wanted to get their hands on this pair with it being all red and have that elephant print sort of just unique looking feel to it, and it's got "We the Best" on the back as well as "Grateful." And the funny thing is, throughout production with this shoe, they actually misspelled "Grateful" on a couple of the pairs. So if you own one of the pairs that has the misspelled "Grateful" on it, your shoes are worth a little bit more than the already $25,000 price tag. So for any of you who may have had that, lucky you. Hopefully you can sell those for some big bucks someday. But let's jump into number 6 on the list. Number 6 is a shoe that literally just released today, December 30th, and that is the Gatorade Green Suede Jordan 6s. I was lucky enough to be able to cop a pair of these. This was definitely the most limited sneaker out of the Gatorade Jordan line. You know me, I had to jump on this shoe with it being that green and orange colorway to it. But a super great looking shoe, and I heard that the quality on it is very good. It's very nice suede, and it's good to see that Jordan is putting out better quality shoes, making these shoes available to the public. I definitely think the whole Jordan Gatorade collab was interesting, and not all the shoes were very appealing to me, but I definitely think it was a really cool sort of throwback collab and sort of idea to it, and I definitely think that a lot of people out there like this collab, and hopefully they start to bring back more of the retro sort of looking shoes or slogans or different ads they had in the past, rather than just putting out new unnecessary colorways of shoes. And definitely a super nice release in my opinion. I'm very happy I got a hands on a pair. And with that being said, let's get into number 5. So number 5 on the list is a shoe that we got 3 different variations of, and that is the Undefeated Air Max 97. Definitely the best colorway out of the 3 is the OG Undefeated colorway, the Complex Con exclusive one. These go for around $1,000, and definitely somebody like me can't afford that price tag, so we're gonna have to go for the black and white ones instead. But I definitely think the black and white ones are still super dope, and it's a really, really nice collab. They sort of got that Gucci vibe to it with the red and green Undefeated labeling all around the shoe. I think it's a super cool looking shoe. Definitely is more taking a modern sort of vibe to the shoe, even though it's a retro sneaker from '97. And it's good to see that Nike is still doing collabs with Undefeated. Obviously, you guys know the Undefeated 4s. We have various numerations of the dunks and even a couple hyper dunks and different variations of the shoe. But it's good to see that they're still throwing out these nice collabs with Undefeated, and hopefully I'm able to get my hands on a pair in the future. And you already know what is up. We are moving on to the number 4 sneaker. So sneaker number 4 on the top 10 sneaker collabs of 2017, we got the highly anticipated V-Lone Air Force 1. This shoe, in a word, is just spectacular. The simplicity behind the shoe just sort of makes it what it is. Super dope. You just have the plain black and orange, and it's great quality as well. You can see that on the leather, the stitching, just minor details all around the shoe makes this so cool, and such just a great looking shoe. And before all the incidents with V-Lone and sort of the fall to the hype in all of it, this shoe was awesome, and it still is awesome. And the price tag is still hefty, around $1 to $2K depending on sizes, and people just went ham over the shoe, and you can definitely see why. I definitely want a pair of these shoes in my collection. Not much else to be said other than it is one of the best. Definitely deserve to be on the top 10 sneaker collabs of 2017. And with that being said, let's get into the top 3. So for all you guys out there who are trying to narrow down the rest of the 3, I'm sure you can figure out 2 of the top 3, but one, I don't know. Some of you may guess it, some of you may not. I'll tell you that one of them is a shoe that released very, very recently, and the rest are sort of like, well, you know what they are. So let's get into the number 3 shoe, and that is the Cause Jordan 4. We saw 2 different colorways of this shoe this year, and one being the gray pair that released earlier this year and the black pair that released this November. There's a lot of hype and talk about this shoe and what it was going to be and what it was not going to be. The black pair was originally a friends and family exclusive we saw from Drake and other people who got their hands on pairs. But when it came down to it, the gray pair was actually much more limited than the black pair. And I don't think anybody really saw that coming. But in my opinion, I really like the gray pair better than the black pair, even though that opinion is really flipped to whoever you talk to. A lot of people like the black pair more. Me, I'm just a fan of the gray because you can see the detailing in the artwork better across the whole shoe. And I'm more of a gray shoe kind of person myself. I feel like you can wear it with a lot more, and Cause you're kind of limited to wearing it with just black. Although it's pretty obvious what you're wearing if you're wearing the Cause 4s, I feel like more people would be able to sort of point out that the gray pair is the Cause over the black pair. You kind of have to look at it a little bit more. But definitely 2 dope shoes, and I definitely hope that they're going to put out more quality collab shoes like this. And those kind of shoes are what brings the hype, and these shoes sort of saved Jordan Brand in terms of hype, because obviously a lot of the retro sneakers, with them being GRs, a lot of the hype died, but these collabs and others really brought it back up. And I'm sure big collabs and limited sneakers like this are definitely going to keep Jordan Brand on the rise. And I don't think Jordan Brand will ever see a demise in its hype, but this definitely helped it a lot. So with that being said, let's move on to the top 2. So the number 2 sneaker on this list is one that a lot of you might not think of, and that's because this shoe literally just released last night, and that is the LeBron 15 in this Kith rose gold colorway. This shoe just released, and it speaks for itself. I mean, just the simplicity behind it, the sort of off-white bone and rose gold vibe to it with Kith. Ronnie Fieg just killed it with this, and putting it out for LeBron's 33rd birthday and his 15th sneaker model with Nike, that is just mind-blowing. This is a great looking shoe, and it definitely deserves to be on the top 10. Me personally being a super advocate of Kith. As you can see from the towel up here and various other sneakers that I own, you can tell that I'm a big sort of Kith influencer, and I definitely love this shoe and need to get my hands on a pair soon. That is the number 2 sneaker on this list, and let's get into the number 1 sneaker. And here we are. We have made it to the number 1 sneaker collab of 2017. And I'm sure all of you have desperately been waiting for this shoe. And I'm sure many of you out there would also put it as your number 1 shoe. And it is the Nike Off-White Jordan 1. A lot of people are out there watching this probably like, hey, what are you talking about? The Jordan 1? Really? That's not even the best shoe. But when you really think about it, it all comes down to which shoe out of the 10 is the most iconic, and it's definitely the Jordan 1. Regardless of what you see between, maybe some people think it's the Presto, maybe some people think it's the Blazers, maybe some people even think it's the Vapor Max. Vapor Max is modern, it's on the rise, it's bringing Nike out of its hole. Yeah, we get it. But in terms of the overall collab, I think the Jordan 1 was the most iconic shoe. Virgil took the shoe, dissected it, and made it his own. And he definitely killed it. And he killed it with this entire collab. And this collab is really what is bringing Nike back on top. This, along with other collabs, are digging Nike out of its hole, but props to Virgil. Props to everybody at Nike who helped Virgil out with this collab. This was the #1 sneaker collab of 2017. And there's more collabs rumored to be releasing next year with Nike. 2 more Vapor Maxes, I think. Maybe some more retros. Maybe some new 97s. We don't know. Oh, also, I did see this sneaker. This is called the Extra Credit Presto from the Off-White collection. Very, very few pairs made, but nonetheless a very clean shoe. And with that being said, that was the top 10 sneaker collabs of 2017. And remember, this is all opinion based. Everybody has their own opinions. There's many other YouTubers out there who have different lists from mine, who have different opinions, obviously. No opinion is right, but I do think my opinion is the best. So thank you all for watching. I hope you liked this video. I hope you agree with some of the pairs that I choose. If you disagree or you have a list of your own that's different from mine, feel free to comment that down below. And thanks again. Thank you so much for watching. And stay tuned for more uploads. We are going to be releasing a lot more frequently come 2018. 2018 is going to be our year. We are going to hit that 10K subscriber amount. And we are going to be back with another video soon. So 2017 has been real. Sneakers have been great. Apparel has been great, obviously. But we are going to be on to bigger and better things come 2018. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to stay tuned and keep it Purged Kicks, fam. Peace.